Check. Check. Nutty with the first. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. We've got a great stream for you today. We are... Me turns off PC and heads to bed. All right, good night. He's like, I did my duty. Hello and goodbye. Yeah, we got a great stream for you today. We are... What do you mean, Nutty? This is like my usual streaming time. I'm like 10 minutes late, but you know how it goes around here. It's wild and crazy. We don't... This isn't... Unfortunately, streaming isn't my main gig, so... That means, you know, the time you show up for work is maybe a little bit more chaotic. I know it's a me problem. Getting sleep is not a problem. Yeah, we got a great stream. The Goblin event is live, which means tons of goblins are going to be all over the game, which means we're going to be able to farm boss loot like crazy, which means we're going to be able to kill bosses, which is something that we've needed to do for quite a while. Now, if you don't know, there are two good ways to farm goblins, okay? It's very easy to understand. The first way to farm goblins, just do Helltide. You'll find them everywhere. It's easy, right? Second way to farm goblins is to find a sigil, Nightmare Dungeon sigil, like Nightmare Dungeon 65 or higher, that has the more shrines affix on it. Run that, do it in a 4-player group. And when you find shrines, essentially it will spawn goblins. And the key there is that when you're in a 4-player group, each person can activate the shrine independently. So you turn one key into 4 keys, more or less. So yeah, I actually don't like these metas where you like smuggle loot efficiency out of essentially being able to do things ×4 in a group. I hate that. I think that's dumb. So in other words, like getting more boss mats or getting more mats because you do like the bosses in a rotation. I think ultimately that's a dumb meta. Now, is it fine that it's in the game now? Considering that there's a real lack of like endgame progression and stuff. Yeah, it's probably fine right now. Is it fine in the long term for the game? It's probably not fine for the long term for the game to have like weird 4-player metas. I didn't like it. I didn't like 4-player metas in Diablo 3 at all. And in fact, I would consider myself an SSF player. I much prefer SSF when it comes to PoE, for example. I like SSF in Last Epoch. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought because the song is just so epic. This is from Ghost in the Shell. I love that. I love that show so much, man. So yeah, one of the things that I think we can do here. So we have 40 minutes in this Helltide, right? Well, first I can't forget my Profane Mind cages. There we go. There's 3. Is that I think we can kind of just run around and kill mobs and find goblins and kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak, right? Like, we get the senders, we get the goblins, we get maidens and all that kind of stuff. We do that all kind of at the same time. We'll see how that goes. I'm curious how they patched the goblins. Because goblins in Helltide should be, in theory, really good. Let's take a look. I haven't found any goblins yet, so maybe that's a bad sign, but I guess we'll see. Oh, also, patch 1.5.1 point something is out, which fixes the Desecrator damage in Infernal Hordes. Now, unfortunately, I think the correct way to play the game right now, because the Goblin event's only going to last a very short time, is going to be to completely ignore Infernal Hordes and just do... Oh, there it is. There it is. Yes, sir. There it is. That's what we like to see. Greater treasure bag. That's what we like to see. The regular treasure bag and the greater treasure bag. Okay, that was nice. Okay, so the play is to find the Doomsayers. Doomsayers is the go. So we just run around looking for Doomsayers. That's the play. Maybe we can find them through other means, but I think the Doomsayers is kind of the way to do it. Okay.
I'm not ready yet.
Farewell.
Dude, get some rest. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, murdering goblins is going to be great. I can't wait to open all these treasure bags. Oh, that Doomsayer didn't give us goblins. I am five levels of disappointed. Maybe some of the events can give us goblins, too. No, not that one, because that event sucks. That event is crap. I might go see if there's a... Oh. There we go. Yes. Yes. Greater treasure bag. And then... I can't read any of this. I know... Did we not get a second treasure bag? There's always some interesting bangs happening here in the studio. It's our friendly neighborhood cosplay gremlin. Hey Sanja, how you doing? Back on D4. No hardcore this season? Dude, I'm kinda hardcored out right now. I'm actually just really enjoying min-max blasting. There's kind of... This is just like any ARPG, right? There's kind of two ways you can play ARPGs. The first way is super try-hard mode. You're like, I'm the best god gamer in the world. I am a god. I can never die. I will destroy all. And then, you lose your connection to the internet for 2 seconds and your character gets instantly 100 0'd by some mechanic that's imbalanced that gets patched out 3 days after you die. Or you can say, hey, you know what? We're having fun here. We're blasting here. So anyway, I started blasting. And you can go and you can min-max your equipment, and you can do a ton of crafting, and you can get rich, and you can just kill mobs instantaneously, just teleporting instantly across the map. And then every once in a while when you do die, you kind of laugh about it, and you go, oh, hey, I died. I can't... That doesn't happen very often, you know? You kind of laugh about it a little bit. So yeah, those are kind of the two ways you can play an ARPG, and I think lately I've been in camp number 2 when it comes to how I want to play my ARPGs. Hey, Patrick. Yeah, the Desecrator is definitely overpowered, but it's actually not just the Desecrator. It's damage over time across the entire game, right? I'm glad they fixed the Desecrator, but I think someone at Blizzard is like they know that the damage over time doesn't calculate correctly or is overtuned or whatever, and they just don't want to change things. In fact, it's kind of the vibe I get from Blizzard in general about their game is like, people give them some feedback. Like, for example, Slay All is a total piece of shit mechanic that should never have been in the game ever. And it's still in the game right now. Like, it's literally trash. It's the worst thing ever. And they've heard from, I think, they've heard that feedback from probably every content creator. They didn't just hear it once. I think they've heard it 15,000 times, and it's still in the game. So I think there's like, I don't know, I get vibes from their team where they're like, well, we have a design document and we don't want to change the way we've approached this problem in the game. And I kind of understand why you would want to take that approach. I don't agree with it. I think that's a dumb approach. If you have something that's bad, even if... It's kind of a sunk cost fallacy, right? You put a lot of work into something, and you're like, man, we put a lot of work into this. Our artists have been super hard at work. Our game developers have been super hard at work. It would be really mean to take this out of the game. And it's like, well, is it mean to take it out of the game, or is it mean to leave it in the game and make your players suffer through some bullshit ass mechanic? Which one? What's the mean thing that's going on here? So, all of that said, I have to say I am very surprised that Blizzard was willing to change the Desecrator damage, because when that was in the game, I was like, oh, this is the damage over time bullshit that's been in the game since the game literally started. This is never changing. We're never gonna get this fixed. So the fact that it even got attention is kind of wild to me, considering the attitude that we've seen some of the devs, I think, have for the game. All that said, I do also feel like that attitude has shifted a little bit. Not entirely. I still kind of get this vibe from Blizzard that they're not They don't like to change things after they've made a decision about how they're going to do something, and they would rather do the Seattle process on a particular feature that they're working on. If you don't know what the Seattle process is, it describes a political process in which you do everything except for the right thing until finally you're forced to do the right thing. I feel like just maybe not the D4 team, but just like Blizzard in general is very much the Seattle process, where their player base, like I'm thinking right now, particularly Overwatch, right? Their player base is like, could you please just do this? And then they're like, no, we're gonna try this. And they're like, okay. Could you do this? And they just ask them over and over and over and over again. And then finally they get back to it. They're like, oh yeah, we should have done that thing the community asked us to do the entire time. So that attitude, that like I don't want to change attitude, I feel like that's been melting away a little bit on the D4 team. I feel like they're willing to change a bit more than they used to. It's still not 50 pages of patch notes, GGG, Path of Exile levels of change. But I think it's a lot more than they used to be willing to do. I think what was really apparent to me, I talked to Jonathan Rogers last year, the PoE2 lead. I interviewed him at PAX. I'm hoping to interview him again this year for you guys, and I really want to record and get that up on the YouTube channel for PoE2. And interviewing him last year, he was like, yeah, there are a bunch of stuff about PoE1 that we hate, and it super sucks. And we want to change those things. And in fact, PoE2 started as a project to change PoE1 to make PoE1 better. But instead now we have this. Just kind of cool. Cannot salvage. Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to see. Why am I doing Helltide? Snoosin', we're doing Goblin Event, man. GGG have been super stubborn in the past. Yeah, GGG has come a long way. GGG has come a long way from being sort of an upstart success as a small developer to being more of a professional development house that needs to change really rapidly. Yeah, I think the dot calculations, I agree. I think it's more complicated than just, well, just fix the mobs from having terrible dot calculations, right? I think a lot of it has to do with, well, player characters do dot calculations as well. And that code has something to do with the code over here, and yeah, I think it gets complicated very quickly, right? Well, I literally can't see the treasure bags. Oh my god, dude. I am getting salty. Speaking of things Blizzard doesn't want to change, loot filters. So many goblins today. Yeah, we're gonna have goblins until next week. In fact, I'm gonna go run a goblin shrine. Once I open all the chests here. Look at my minimap. You guys like painting? We get so powerful in Diablo 4 that we abandon our life as a monster slayer just so we can paint the minimap with dots. Look, guys, I made a little blue. I made a rose. I made a rose. Yeah, I can't wait to kill Avarice. I haven't, I just got on. When you guys see me online, that's when I'm playing video games. If I am offline, I am working. Oh, we already got an extra shrines. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Don't you love juggling tiny inventories of things? Isn't that fun? Alright. You guys want to do some 4-player goblin shrines? I've got 3 slots open if you want in. Let's get some folks in here and let's do some 4-player shrines. We'll do a million billion goblins. I feel like I got a feel for how many goblins are in Helltide. It's good. I don't think it's Goblin Shrine good, though. Maybe I need to wait until some more people show up to the stream to ask. It's okay, I still got some Helltide to do. A great treasure bag. Hey, at least the treasure bag's like stack now. You join if you could. You can't join, Patrick. You're at work. Are you usually at work when you tune in, man? Are you on your phone or something? You're off. My old roommate used to have a security job, and his security job was literally he'd go to a building and he would sit in the building and make sure people did not do sketchy stuff, right? And so once you're manning a desk, right? So it's pretty boring for most of the time, punctuated by weirdos that you have to go kick out. And so he'd just watch stuff on his phone all the time. You had a root canal yesterday. Oh my god, dude. I've had a root canal. That's super not fun, man. That super sucks. Double bloods. So, can we literally just, like, ride around on the horse to find gobs? Is that a thing we can do? Because that would be nice. They're also dropping sigils, which... What I may do is go dump some stuff in the... Yeah. Let's go dump some stuff in the stash. Oh, you're on Xbox. Oh. Yeah. I understand. That feels like a scam, man. Gary paid for the game. Okay, so now what we can do is we can pick up the goblins. We can pick up the drops from the goblins that have keys that have we can pick up the key drops. What am I trying to say? We can pick up the key drops like this, and then we can go and we can check them and we can see if they're extra shrines or not. Okay, let's go south. We got a little bit more time in the Helltide. Could use some more cinders. We can track over this area. By the way, guys, today I did slightly change my stream settings. Stream settings. Obviously, I messed up one of my stream settings, as you can see. Hold on. Hold on. Gotta go change my streamer flag. I forgot to turn that back on. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. I got the streamer flag back on now. Okay. Now we can't die. Oh, was I supposed to say? Oh shoot! I wasn't supposed to say anything. Okay, don't clip that, guys. Can be our little secret. I did just lose like half of my cinders, which was bad. Anyway, what were we talking about? I forget. Oh, stream settings. So yeah, I updated my stream settings because I swapped encoders, and I know this is all boring technical jargon to you guys, but my old encoder for some reason stopped working with Twitch. Like, I think they changed their ingest server, and it just stopped. It was dropping like between 0.3% and 1.5% frames. So I swapped over to the software encoder. We run a 2-PC setup here, of course, because we're super pro. The software encoder worked flawlessly. So then I updated the settings so I could get more quality out of the software encoder. And I'm thinking that the stream probably looks pretty good to you guys today. It's probably looking pretty handsome, I hope. That's my theory. In fact, I am going to actually go check on it myself. I didn't. It's kind of weird watching her on stream, but I'm gonna go do that real quick. Run my character into town here. Let me see how it's looking. So if I full screen here. Oh, man. Dude, it's looking crispy. Wow. Hey, it's looking nice. Have you already discussed the new Infinimus Necro build? I mean, we kind of have already talked about it a bunch of times. And it's a game design thing. This is game design, right? 101 in Ven. And this is why I get salty a little bit about Infinimist. So, Infinimist, or anything like it, should not exist in an ARPG. Why? Why should Infinimist not exist? Well, it makes you invulnerable. Okay. Why is making you invulnerable bad? Okay. Well, making you invulnerable is bad because it takes all of the tension out of the game. The game is... You see this health globe? See this health globe? That is the game. Okay? Everything about the game interacts with this health globe in some way, shape, or form. If this health globe is 0, you die. That is, in a nutshell, the game, right? Stuff that makes this health globe go down are threats. Stuff that protects this health globe are buffs. Now, you can protect this health globe by killing the enemies faster than they can kill you. That's a glass cannon build. You can protect this health globe by getting more EHP. However you decide to get more EHP, completely up to you. Wildly different ways to get more EHP across any ARPG. PoE has like 15 layers of defense, right? There's lots of ways to do that. But this health globe, that's the game. That is the game. So what happens when the health globe literally doesn't matter anymore? Well, there's no game. You've deleted the game. There's no more game anymore. You win. Congrats. You literally put God mode on. You know? So what that means necessarily is if you have an ability that makes your character invincible, that ability probably should not exist in the game. And you're like, okay, but Echo Hack, cooldown exists. Here's the thing. When you have a very complicated game like Diablo 4, and a lot of people would not call Diablo 4 a complicated game, but relatively speaking, we're not talking about, you know, Barbie's Princess Adventure over here, right? It's a relatively complicated game, you know. There are gonna be some very smart players who figure out, hey, guess what? I can do X, Y, and Z, and I can make the game do A, B, and C. And it's gonna happen every time. You might call it an exploit. You might call it a build. You might call it an in-game mechanic. But whatever you call it, you're gonna break the game. Why are you able to break the game? Well, because the designer was, frankly, pretty fucking dumb, and they put something in the game that makes you invulnerable. Not, hey, you get a lot of EHP for a short amount of time, and then you can abuse that, and then you're effectively invulnerable. No. Literally invulnerable, like, you click this button and you cannot die to anything. Right? Nothing can kill you. So, I think my proposal for Blood Mist is two things. One, give Blood Mist movement speed. When a Necromancer's in Blood Mist, give them 30% movement speed. Okay? Thing number two, Blood Mist gives you shield. In other words, make Blood Mist ice armor plus a little bit of teleport. Make Blood Mist that. Okay, but you're like, okay, but what about Kiss Curse? What about Kiss Curse? You're giving people a lot of shield there, and you're giving them movement speed. Well, guess what? While you're in Blood Mist, you can't cast your other skills. So your build has to revolve around Blood Mist, which it's not simple to do. It's not something you can do at like level 20, right? You're going to have to be quite inventive with your build. You're going to have to make a build. You're going to have to go to maxroll.gg/d4. You're going to have to find the Blood Mist build that lets you do damage while you're in Blood Mist, because Blood Mist is giving you movement speed and it's giving you shield, which is increasing your EHP. So just giving Blood Mist a shield and giving it movement speed lets you do so many things. It lets you do so many things with the game. The first thing it lets you do is it solves Necromancer's movement speed problem. Necromancers need movement speed very early in the game, and they currently do not get that at all. It's a really bad time for Necromancers when it comes to movement speed right now. To the point where you're like level 50 and you're still moving very, very, very slow. You're like, what am I doing? Right? So it gives them that solve. That gets solved for them. And then it also gives them EHP booster. And so now you can make builds with that. You can make a build that is just Blood Mist. There's enough aspects for it, right? You can make a build that is, you know, Blood Mist as a utility skill. That seems like a very obvious use, right? Like you have a Corpse Explosion build, and then when stuff is bad, you just hit the Blood Mist button. You can use it half and half. You can use it sort of hybrid. You can use it as a different way of utility to trigger some other effect or something like that. But being able to use it as a movement speed and EHP solve button is, I think, the way that it should be thought about, and not as an invulnerability button. Invulnerability is literally a design mistake, in my opinion. Same thing goes with Flame Shield, by the way. I don't think Flame Shield should exist as the way it is. I think they need to replace it with something else a little bit more interesting, as opposed to an invulnerability button. So all that said, yeah, we have a what is it? What am I trying to say? We have a quote-unquote new Infinimist 2.0 style build, which doesn't look like old Infinimist at all. It looks like a blood build with generic multipliers that essentially you can cheese the way the game does cooldowns by just spamming Blood Mist constantly, and then Blood Mist just doesn't go on cooldown. So the cooldown doesn't happen. Yeah. It's fun. Oh, we literally have 20 seconds left. But yeah, I guess I get a little bit I wouldn't even say salty, but just like, it's so obvious that putting invulnerability as an ability into an ARPG is a design mistake, even if it has a cooldown. It's something you should just not do it. Period. That cold resist is literally worthless. Oh, 2 GA. Attack speed vuln. No, sir. Those are all negative. Let's look at some of this stuff. Shrines, shrines, shrines. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. Oh, you know what? I could totally use these like crappy treasure bogs here to outfit my other character aspects. Oh my god, that's actually insane. I'm gonna do that. Dude, what if we used that to like min-max the codex of power? Did that actually be kind of fun? Try to 100% some of the codex of power stuff? Just by getting bags? Dude, that's kind of funny. Okay, 32 minutes to the world boss, you guys. Time is it? 3 minutes. Let me run one of these and see if we can't get some goblins in the vault. So the idea here is to not kill anything and run straight to the shrines. Here we go. So how this works is while you have a greed shrine up. Oh, hold on to that thought. There's a mushroom that's here.
I was trying it on.
You're trying on the mushroom?
Yeah, it's all done.
Wow. Looking very mushroomy. Oh, you even put the makeup on.
The makeup too.
Are you doing some tiki-takis?
Yeah.
You're doing some tiki-takis.
Oh hi.
Come say hello.
Oh hi. Looks good, right?
Yeah, it's looking
I'm
great.
pretty happy with it.
It's looking great, waifu.
It's all done.
Are you rethinking wearing this to the party on Sunday?
You should ask your chat. Should I wear it?
So we got PAX coming up and we're going to a party on Sunday. Do you think she should wear this to the party? Dude, this camera is so good. Here, watch this.
I know, the hat is great. The hat actually inspired the outfit. I decided to make a dress to match this.
The hat must be worn. Oh, there she goes. The cosplay gremlin has run away. Thank you, gamer waifu.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for showing off your.
I accidentally stole your phone.
Oh, the cosplay gremlin stole my phone.
It looks so much like mine.
In classic gremlin fashion. Getting my phone stolen. Dude, I need a loot filter so bad. I literally can't see the stuff I want to pick up anymore. And or like you know what the worst part is? I can see the stuff that I want to pick up. But when I go to pick it up, the items move on the screen and I can't click them properly. I have to have the skill of an elite Navy SEAL sniper to be able to click the item that I want to pick up. Are there fancy mushroom shoes too? I don't think she made shoes. But you can ask Gamer Waifu, but my understanding of cosplay shoes is basically you just take regular shoes and then you wrap them with stuff. So shoes are typically easy relative to the rest of the costume. I don't think we got any other shrines in here. Oh, we did, but it's a lethal shrine. So yeah, this is why you want to do this in a group, right? Is like basically nobody kills anything, but then you can activate the shrine multiple times, so you get 4 shrines per, maybe. Have you tried picking up things with the controller? Dude, I know. And I advocate for you guys to Blizzard literally all the time. I don't know if we're gonna get a loot filter ever. I think they've said multiple times that they want to do it. And the logic given was, well, we can't do that right now because we're redoing this system, or we're redoing that system, or we're doing this, or we're doing that, or something. And, I mean, okay, yeah. But is this a live service game that makes billions of dollars, or is this, you know, an indie game called Last Epoch that's put together by a team of developers who met on Reddit? Because one of those two games, has a loot filter. Like, I have empathy for the developers, I do. But, guys, you're getting your asses kicked by your competition. Your competition's kicking your ass. That was fun, Gamer Waifu. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful. I straight up swapped to my mouse to pick up gear rather than with controller. When I, back in the day, I did some, like, hacked controller stuff on Diablo 3. And that's precisely what I would do. Is I would play with controller a lot of the time. Particularly when I had, like, carpal tunnel stuff happening. And then, I would click with the mouse to sort loot. Which unfortunately is, like, kind of still how you have to do it. There needs to be loot filters. We're both cute. I think Desert Jester. I think Jester means that Gamer Waifu is cute ×2, and I'm just hanging out, and I get credit for one of those cutes. There's 2 cutes coming off of Gamer Waifu, and I just get credit for one of them. So I don't think the chat answered the question. Should Gamer Waifu wear the mushroom costume to the party that we're going to? That we're going to a PAX party. It's pretty comfy.
Yeah, it's like really comfortable.
That was like your chief concern, is that you didn't want to wear something that was uncomfortable.
Well, I lined it with really soft cotton, so it's super
So I'm gonna do this for the Whisper. And then we're gonna go goblin hunting. Speaking of goblin hunting, I think they're just coming to me now. What's the goblin event? There are treasure goblins spawning literally everywhere. The best two places are Helltide and Nightmare Dungeons that have extra shrines as a modifier on the Nightmare Dungeon key. Ooh, can we get... I'm curious if greed shrines in the overworld will spawn them for us. Because that would be kind of interesting. Also, Doomsayers can sometimes spawn goblins, so Doomsayers are super worth. Yeah, overworld shrines did spawn them last time. I just... That's not how I operate in an ARPG, man. I take no assumptions. Things change, or as they like, as we engineers like to say, when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and me. What? Where are the mobs? Oh! Oh, let's go. Let's go this way, this way, this way, this way. Go, 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 go. Hello? Hello? Go, 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 go. Yes, sir. All right, well, confirmed. Goblin shrines, or goblin shrines. Greed shrines do still spawn goblins. Pretty nice. I do see the shrine over there. I'm gonna check it here shortly. So I think like the optimal thing to do is to run around Helltide, fill up on keys from goblins, and then just run the nightmare dungeons for the greed shrines, because you're gonna get a ton of them. Especially once you kind of glean all of the chests from the Helltide. Because that's kind of the main reason Helltide is so good, is because you can double dip on... You can double dip the chip, so to speak. You can get you can get the chests, and you can get the treasure goblins all at the same time. Oh, hello? Have I done Rebirth yet? No, I want to play it on PC. I actually never finished Remake either. So now I'm at this point where, PlayStation 5 has their exclusives for a year. I don't know this for a fact. I'm not really like a Final Fantasy creator, right? I'm an ARPG creator. But my fan theory is that the PC version was already done a long time ago, and now the developers are just kind of like twiddling their thumbs and fixing bugs and improving the game, and so by the time it comes to the PC, it'll actually be better than the PS5 version, because they just are waiting to release it because they're under some stupid exclusive contract with Sony. That's my fan theory. When it does finally come out, us PC enjoyers, oh my god, here we go. Oh my god, here we go. Us PC enjoyers can really enjoy it. Kicksarth during a greed shrine? During a threat meter? Bro! Wow! Whoa! Dude. I'm gonna spend the next forever just picking up loot. Look at this. Treasure bag. Bag. Heart. Steel. Bag. Prism.
That exceeds my funds.
Blood. Bag. Steel. Bag. Steel. Bag. Sigil. I literally can't click the blood. Blood. I bet you there's another bag in here that I literally just can't see. Holy crap. Sigil. Steel. Bag. Sigil. Steel. There's gotta be another bag. Bag. Heart. Bag. Oh my god. Is there another one over here? Blood. Blood. Bag. Jesus Christ. That was ridiculous! I hope you guys are clipping the stream today because I get into it. So I have a clip button here on the stream deck, but when hype moments happen, I'm like in the moment and I forget. I'm like, hold on, let me remember, guys. Let me remember to hit the clip button. That's not something that I do. Occasionally, I will see it. I will anticipate the moment, and I'm like, oh yeah, clip button. I'll just clip the button, and then I'll have to go and like highlight it later and like re-find it. I'm like, oh, I made a clip at 2 hours 41 minutes in the stream. Let me look around 2 hours 41 minutes. Oh yeah, I remember this thing happened. It's such a problem. There's actually a whole cottage industry of little streamer tools that essentially try to use some kind of analytics to make it easy for streamers to clip their stream, because clipping your own stream is literally like it's like the opposite side of the brain that works on the playing the video game, operating the stream, talking part of the brain, and you just don't remember to do it. I think it would be really easy, too, for Twitch to make something like... Especially if you have enough people watching your stream. You just look at the chat, and you look for, like, certain emotes in the chat. Like, you could even tell Twitch, like, hey, if you see these particular pog emotes or hype emotes or whatever from my chat, please, like... just mark that as a potential clip I want to save for later to put on YouTube Shorts or TikTok or whatever. And when I say it's easy, I'm like, you know, that's a lot of work to do that, but you don't have to be Albert Einstein to make that feature. A normal, regular human could do that work. It's almost better to find the greed shrines on the open world map, because you have so much more time. Does Aha Varian increasing shrine density do anything for you? Or shrine time? I wonder if Aha Varian does anything for you. We'll go look at it in a second. I'm curious. Because if you could just throw on a Havarian and take kind of a bit of a hit on damage or whatever. Let's take a look, see here.
return soon.
Organize this a little bit. Okay. Do I still have a variant on the druid? I do. Okay, we're doing this. Oh man, these are super outdated. So... Oh, there's no shrine duration on it. Why was I thinking there's shrine duration on this? So I don't think Aha Varian just gives you the shrine power. Okay, well. Now I obviously have to test it. Sorry, Clown Car. We're taking your weapon from you. Oh. Oh, no, it's right here. Okay. Oh. It gives a random shrine effect. I don't know if it gives... I don't know if it gives the shrine effect that you get from clicking the shrine, though. It might be slightly... It might be different. Movement speed is nice, I guess. I didn't want to swap characters because I was going to lose my mind cages. Oh, you lose your cinders when you log? What? Blizzard. What's that old Diablo 3 meme? Blizzard, please. Blizzard, please. You know, this actually might be the Helltide farming build. Because look at my movement speed. Actually, it's kind of funny. Oh. Oh, well, I just got this. That's a thing that happens. Well, okay. How much time do we have? Three minutes until the Legion event. Wait. 3 minutes until the world boss. Wait. Wait. Everybody go to the world boss. 3 minutes. Go, go, go. It's time to get 15, Oh, thank you, Desert Gesture. Thank you, sir. It's time to get 15 million treasure goblins. Speaking of 15 million treasure goblins. Fear, fear, blood, blood, bag. Bag. Go.
I need more time.
It's time to get rich, boys! Oh, you threw it in Discord? Oh, that's especially helpful. Because Discord is the chat there is a lot more durable. Because I can always check it out after stream. Dude, you're a god. Dude, you really do. Dude, if I was one of those mega big streamers, I would totally just get an editor, and they could keep 100% of the money from all of the shorts. They could as long as they just do the work, they post it on YouTube, TikTok, whatever. All the shorts, if they just do the work, I'd give them all of the money, 100% of it. I don't even care about the money part. Snuggie does say that, right? Hold on, let me do my best Snuggie impersonation. He's like, "Oh my god, clip it!" Speaking of clipping, is my microphone clipping more? Cause I think my microphone's going into the red. I did change a few settings. I did some boosting. Does the microphone sound a little too loud today? I did swap around some settings. If my voice is like way too high compared to the music, please let me know. The game sound's gonna bounce all over the place because it's just game sound, but it sounds normal? Alright. If I'm talking into the microphone and it's just clipping, like if you hear it like, if you hear anything that's like, it sounds like I'm like bottoming out the microphone, just please let me know, because I spent way too much money on this shit for it to even sound slightly bad. Sure, Hazard. By the way, is the stream looking crispy or what, guys? I checked it out earlier, and based on the new settings that I threw on, oh my god, dude, it is looking crispy AF. It is looking so good. It's looking so much better. All those little technical issues I was having with the stream are gone. They're all fixed. We got the settings dialed back in again. Assuming this stream goes perfectly and I don't have drop frames at the end of the stream, I'm keeping it exactly as it is today. Are people dying? Dude, this song is sick. Shava's not dying today, is she? Speaking of balance, I do think the music is a little soft. I'm gonna be boosting that just a bit. There we go. That's about where I like it. We didn't get any gobs. I'm sad. I'm sad.
Impressive.
It is done. Okay, we're gonna keep testing out this Ahavarian a little bit. See if we can get some gobbo shrines from it. Gobbo bo, gobbo bo 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 bo. Yeah, I figured they would only be from greed. But you know, one can hope.
A boy has the right to dream, and in those dreams are infinite possibilities.
Play the Toonami music. And then put like grand anime quotes every like 15 seconds or so with a backbeat. You're just gonna keep running away?
I'm not running. I'm searching for the future. You've got to face your destiny! This is my destiny! Let's fight! Only Toonami.
I haven't been paying attention to see if we're getting greed. Those goblins we just got may have just very well been greed. We just got 1,000,000 goblins back to back, and I was not paying attention. So this is the whatever the blow up shrine is called. I need to pay attention to the actual shrines. Jesus. Green ring. Man, just slapping on Ahavarian may be smart just for the movement speed, if nothing else. Movement speed's feeling pretty sick. Yeah, I'm thinking you don't get greed shrines. Which, except for movement speed purposes, would make Ahavarian somewhat worthless. It's kind of hard to test because you don't get the shrine effects very often. Yeah, this is Blast Wave.
I need time. I'm not ready yet.
I wish it gave you Greed Shrines. It'd be sick.
I need time. I need time.
Oh, no, we just got it. We just got it. But there's no goblin symbol. See how there's no goblin symbol? So I was right. You can get it, but there's no... It's not actually... It doesn't actually count for the goblin effect. Otherwise, we would have just got a gigaton of goblins right there. So, yeah. Okay, that confirms it for this patch. No Ahavarian with Goblin. Yay, testing things.
I need time.
Being an expert in something is not knowing how to do some really advanced thing. Right? That's called being an intermediate in something. Being an expert in something is knowing the 1,000 things to not do. That's being an expert in something. Being an expert in something is not messing up, is just not making mistakes. You don't make mistakes. Why? Because you're an expert. That's being an expert. So what do you do? How do you become an expert? How do you stay an expert? Well, you test everything and you know all of the things to not do. That's what you do.
That's deep.
No, it's just... That's, I'm 14 and this is deep. This is what it is.
Greetings.
Hey, Funky, how you doing? Welcome in, Capital Borg. First time in here, bud? Good to have you on the stream, man. We like to blast here. I play a lot of ARPGs, mostly Diablo 4, Path of Exile, Last Epoch, and a couple different other games here or there every blue moon. And if I'm lucky, because I'm still a very small streamer, if I'm lucky, we'll get a little sponsor segment from time to time. We can give away keys, that sort of thing. Still working my way towards partner one of these days. If you're liking the stream, we also have a Discord, ! Discord in the chat. An hour 30 in, you guys, and 0 drop frames today? Oh my god. I'm feeling so good. I think we're finally out of the woods when it comes to stream settings being borked again. We're finally out of the woods. I'm super happy about that. I always think of that 80s commercial, those like 80s commercials for fantasy board games and stuff whenever I see Hellspire. Are you ready to play the best game ever made? What's that? And you know, it has like 12-year-old boys that are like really excited. It's Hellspire, made by Milton Bradley. Awesome! Take your hero, called the Wanderer, and have them fight endless waves of demons. Cool! Pick between 6 different classes, including the all-new Spiritborn. I'm a monkey! Wow! Like... Those are like 80s memes. 2014 memes is like watching a TikTok of some guy play Winston in Overwatch, and the only words he says is Winston. He just runs around the map playing Winston. He only plays Winston, and he just says Winston. Oh, how far the memes have fallen. It's 2024, not 2014. Did I say 2014? Yeah, 2024. Sometimes when you're streaming, there's just like so much cognitive overload that your brain says one thing and your mouth says another. It's definitely something I've caught myself doing before. You're like, hold on, I have this banger song in my headphones. Also, I have chat over here. Also, I have a giant 4K monitor in front of my face right here. Oh yeah. And I have my hands on keyboard and mouse. And I'm drinking like 5 Mountain Dews an hour. And sub alerts. Oh, by the way, Capital Borg, if you didn't know, one of the things you can do on this stream is the redemptions are really fun on our stream here. And so if you spend some of your free little watch points, you can make sounds. And the sounds are, it's not just like a soundboard where you like guaranteed make one sound. Some of them are random. In fact, a lot of them are random. So if you make like the cow sound, for example, it'll make one of the 9 cow sounds from Diablo 2. Let's go open this chest. Okay, cool, dismount me. Sure. Dude, so many boss mats. Oh, it's so good. It's so good today. We're eating good. We're eating real good today. Oh my god, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Boys and girls. Go, go. How do I get more density? Where's the density? Go. All right. Okay. I think we got a few things. Art bag. Steel. Where's the bag? Bag. Blood. Bag. 2GA helm. Bag. Okay, as far as things not opened, I think we pretty much covered it. Yeah, let's just go hit hit some stuff here. Extra shrines, extra shrines, extra shrines, extra shrines. Beautiful. I mean, in my opinion, the whole point of the event is the boss mats. The whole point. The loot explosions, I actually don't care about. I'd rather have a loot filter and just see no loot happen, except for the loot that I do care about. Because I've played PoE, and I've played Last Epoch, and I know that that has... Seeing the good thing drop has just as much of effect on me as seeing 100 items drop, and then actually, it's just better to see the good items drop. It's better. I don't need to see 100 items drop. In fact, I don't want to see 100 items drop, unless there are 100 good items, and then we can get hype about that. But oh, there's goblins just hanging out here without a shrine. Hey, that's kind of interesting. Bag, bag, bag. Okay, this one doesn't have any greed shrines in it.
I need time.
Strangely enough, Conduit Shrine is good for us. Because I actually don't want to kill all the mobs. Oh, here we go. We're going to let the Conduit Shrine run out. And in fact, I'm going to go run and kill this Corruption Heart so we can just run to the next part of the dungeon. So, okay, what's the plan? We hit this, and then we're going to run that direction. That's the plan. All right, here we go. You ready? You ready? Here we go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
I'm not
I
ready.
think we missed one, unfortunately. Rip. Let's go back and see what we got. Oh, he's still there. He's steel bag. Heart, fear, bag. Then I think there were a couple back here. Steel bag. I agree. We're facing enough loot now that a filter would be nice, but I've always been a fan of just seeing a crap ton of stuff blow up out of nowhere. I think that's the beautiful thing about a loot filter, right? You don't have to filter it out, even though you probably should. In fact, I had a great discussion about this with Jonathan Rogers, the head of the PoE2 team, last year at PAX Funky. Have you read through that interview? It's up on MAXROLL. If you just Google search for PoE2 MAXROLL interview, you'll find my interview over there. And we had a bit of a discussion about quant versus qual. Just to recap real quick, quant versus qual is basically, quantity means how many items drop. Qual means how good are the items that drop in terms of tiering. And one of the problems that I think all ARPGs has, literally 100% of them, is sometimes it is better to drop more items than it is to drop better items. Which is super counterintuitive. You would think, well, dude, if I got mythic uniques all day, that would be the best thing, right? But maybe not. And actually, PoE is a great example of that, where getting the rarest items in the game is either too hard or it's too easy. And there's not enough like gray area for them to be like, oh, okay, well, collecting this item is more valuable because of X, Y, or Z, because the outcomes for those a lot of times are too random. Like, if you get exalts is a good example, right? Exalts are a very rare currency in PoE. And what they do is they add a random affix to a piece of loot, a rare item that you have. Now that is extraordinarily valuable because you can make a good piece of gear and then you can add an affix to it that potentially makes that piece of gear best in slot or whatever. The problem is that what if you get a bad affix with your exalt, right? If you get a bad affix with your exalt, well then it's like you never got the exalt in the first place. I have a feeling this shrine is not going to be great. Yeah, it ran out too quickly. I was just kind of in a, it was just kind of in a weird spot. So I think PoE 2 is like trying to address this problem where like quant is more valuable a lot of times than you really want it to be. And you want qual if you can to be more valuable, because then that means one, your loot filter doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting. It's still good to have a loot filter, don't get me wrong. But if your loot filter is doing all of the work for your loot system, that's bad. Because, and I'll tell you the reason why it's bad, is if you go around and you're like, well, what if I'm a new player? What if I am a new player to your game and I am a low level, and I've never used a loot filter before, and I don't even know what a loot filter is? Well, now you have a really bad problem. And the problem is you're requiring the player to go and like watch a 2-hour YouTube video to play your video game. Or to find some third-party tool to play your video game. Or even if you build it into the game, to go learn how this like system that you built into the game works. You know, like, that's a lot to ask of a player, especially someone who is brand new to your game. It's a lot. It's a whole lot to ask. So having a really good loot system that can kind of cover you in the scenarios where, you know, maybe you don't have that figured out yet, like in the early game, or even into the late game, like you can kind of squint and still get the loot that you want, kind of thing. If you're able to do that, then that is a better scenario to be in. And to be fair, I think that is the scenario that Diablo 4 is in, right? Their loot system is actually pretty discriminate about how it does, how it chooses to drop things. I do think they could use a couple more tiers, right? Like, I think they have, you know, rare, legendary, unique, mythic unique. I think they could use some tiers between unique and mythic unique of like rarer unique items. And I think that'd be fun, right? And they kind of have that. Some of they have like a loot, they have like an affinity where some unique items drop more often than other unique items, right? So you could think of some unique items being better than other unique items because they have a higher chance to drop. But the difference between the rarest tier and the least rarest tier, not including mythic uniques, is like 4 times higher the drop rate or so, which is not enough of a discrepancy for me to feel like, oh, well, this is like a really, really rare kind of thing. I would want some of the really, really, really good uniques that are maybe not quite mythic uniques to have maybe 10x less, you know? Ripperoni. I should not click those shrines if... I think there might be a greed shrine later. Oh. Someone ping-ponged me on Steam. I must have Steam open. Oh. Okay. So we got a shrine. We got a bunch of prisoners.
I need time.
See, this is why I shouldn't have killed so much stuff. Hey, Zen, how you doing, bud?
I need time.
I love to ponder ARPG game theory, so yeah, I get you. It's a very difficult balance to find in qual versus quant to keep the player base happy but maintain the overall health and longevity of the game, much like class balancing. It's not just that, though. There is something else that we've talked about a couple times, but actually the like game engine itself, it's more computationally expensive to drop more items, right? So now the most computationally expensive thing you can do is to have more stuff on the screen, right? They're called actors in game development, but basically the more actors you have on the screen, the more things that are going to happen, and therefore the more calculations that need to happen. Like, for example, having 100 lightning spears on the screen at the same time is like probably the most computationally expensive thing you can really start thinking of in the game. Back during season 1, there were people were crashing nodes by doing too many attacks per second with blood lance builds. So like that's those like computations per second. That is the most computationally expensive thing. However, a major contributing factor is how many pieces of loot are you dropping. That is a major contributing factor as well. And that can really impact your game. So there's a really good reason to not want to drop a lot of loot, because it literally costs you money. Like, it's kind of weird to think of it that way, but if you're paying for the servers, right? The more budget that you have to put towards your servers to pay for them, the more money you're paying per user to run your game. And that can actually, if you're not very mindful of your computational costs and your game budget, you can actually drive a game into the ground by making your game too expensive to run. AWS is expensive, man. I'm doing good. How are you today? I'm doing good, man. We're Blast, and it's the Goblin event. I don't know if you've seen it yet. Let's go Path of the Blind. Oh, the new Helltide's up. We should probably go do that. Let's finish this last Nightmare Dungeon. It's a pain to loot on console. Yeah, man. That's basically what we've been talking about here. We've been talking about loot filters, qual versus quants. You know, the computational cost of dropping loot. All those things are pretty important to the video game. I love how if you if you say phrases a certain way, you can like instantly tell if someone is not into the thing that they're talking about. That's so when I said the video game, I was saying I was using it in a jocular fashion there, such that, you know, like someone who's not into video gaming would say that in that way. They'd be like, "Okay, guys, I've got the video game here. Today we're playing Metal Gear Solid." Did they get that right? I don't think those words go in that order. But okay. Yeah, so I'm a lifetime gamer, and Metal Solid Gear, I love Metal Solid Gear. There's this guy, he goes by the secret codename Snake. He's kind of like James Bond. You know, I love James Bond. He's my favorite. Dude. Why can't I get myself a greed shrine? Ripperoni. Ripperoni pepperoni. PoE does it right. I would argue that PoE has too much quant versus qual, and the reason well, first I would make that argument myself, but also the reason I would say that argument is because Jonathan Rogers, the lead of PoE 2, has literally told me that. So it's like there's too much quant going on. Oh, you're talking about controller, the way the controller interacts with the game? Well, in PoE they have to, or else the game would be completely unplayable. Okay, let's go hit Helltide. Yeah, in D4 they use a loot priority system because, I don't know, they think loot filters are... I think the Diablo 4 team thinks that loot filters are like a design crutch for quote-unquote bad loot, when I think they are a hard requirement of any ARPG, because just think about it. Necessarily, as your character gets more and more powerful, you need to be more discriminate about the loot that you pick up. So there's no like you can't like give someone one answer to, well, which loot should I prioritize to the player? Which loot should I show to the player? Because you can't know, because you don't know how powerful their character is, and you don't know what piece of exact loot that they're looking for at that moment. Dude, where is my character? Wait, what? Oh, okay. It like wasn't zooming on my character for some reason. So like you can't know where they are in their loot journey, so to speak. So there's not one answer. There's like 400 different answers. Now you might be able to do what Neversink does. What Neversink does is they make about 10 different broad categories about how strict you want your loot filter to be. And you can turn the strictness up or down. That's, you know, a start to a loot filter. But there are some things that, like, I just never want to see. Like right now in the game, if I see a yellow item, I never want to see a yellow item. Never, ever. Ever, ever. Regular legendary items without GAs, I never want to see them. Ever. I never want to see them. I don't want to see them on the ground. Not a single time. Regular uniques without GAs, never, ever, never want to see them. Literally just a waste of my life to see them. So, just being able to filter that stuff out would be a godsend, but there's other stuff I would love to filter out. There are very specific mods that I would love to look for. And I would have a lot of fun customizing my loot filter too. So like if I could make the loot filter make certain noises, like if I could customize the sound when certain items dropped and stuff, that would be really fun. Yeah. I just think a loot filter would be a no-brainer, even if it's very basic. Honestly, I think it shows a huge difference in mindset. GGG thinks, oh, the player should have control so it becomes enjoyable for them. Yeah, I somewhat agree with that. And I think what GGG fails to do, because like GGG isn't perfect either. What GGG fails to do is understand that sometimes just the like easy, simple thing is actually better. So, and they're coming around on this for PoE 2. So like for example, on PoE 2, they just introduced this new system where instead of having to go to the vendor and look through literally like 300 something skill gems for the skill and support gems that you need for your skill, what they do now is they give you a big sheet where you can craft the skill gems from an uncut skill gem. This is a completely new thing, by the way. So they have this thing called an uncut skill gem. And then you cut the gem to the skill that you want, and you literally just pick it from a pick list, and the pick list will tell you what skills go with what weapons. So this is like, so instead of just giving you literally every skill in the game and telling you good luck, they will give you an idea of like what you should pick based on kind of what you want to play. And then you can figure it out from there, and then they just let the player make the choice from there, which is way better. That's a way better system, having like a pick list there. Like a big sheet that tells you what all the support gems are and how they can help your build and all that kind of stuff. You still have, it's kind of the best of both worlds. You still have all of the customizability, but instead of overwhelming the player with 300 choices, you now give them 40 choices, right? And from those 40 choices, the player can be like, oh, these ones look interesting to me, and kind of pick from those if they're playing somewhat casually. And if they're more serious, then they go to maxroll.gg/PoE2 whenever we launch the PoE2 branch, whenever we do that. this thing lasts forever. Let's refresh one of our mine cages here. Whoop.
I need time to do that.
Oh. I hate that event. That event sucks. Moving on. My category is set to D4, right? Sometimes I forget. Yeah, it says Diablo 4. Okay, yeah, okay. Getting the boss mats. Let me go dunk a Havarian back in the stash. It's not doing much for us right this second. Ooh.
I need more time.
Should go to the other side. This side is not feeling great. Make sure we get the mat chest.
I need time.
Doot, 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 doot. 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 My pet's working overtime, man. Dude, when is the pet gonna get forklift certified?
I need more time.
The pet needs to go enroll in a STAR program.
I need time.
As someone who's driven a forklift for too long in my life, that made me LOL. It's true though, right? The pet is not the pet's not gonna do it all by himself. Mr. Little Doggo is running around trying to pick all these senders up. He can't do it by himself. There's gonna be a workers' comp claim for For all those senders he's got to pick up. Come on, buying a forklift, Blizzard, buying a forklift and training the pet to be forklift certified can't be that expensive. It's a tax write-off, man. Hopefully the mercs are. I don't think the mercs are picking up any loot for us. Oh, blind burrows. Oh, baby. Hang on.
I need time.
We're making space on the docket for blind burrows. Wish me luck on temporary. May the mother bless your blacksmith's hammer. That's how some character in the Diablo universe would say it.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I need time.
His name would be like Syndron, the profane speaker, or something like that.
I'm not ready yet. I need time.
Syndrome from The Incredibles.
I need time.
Dude, this beat is pumping.
I need time. I need time.
We're getting boss mats. Okay. That's it's a couple. If there's another treasure bag, I literally can't see it. I can't see the loot. You know what my worst nightmare is? Opening the map 5 times, clicking 5 times, getting interrupted. Opening the map 5 times, clicking 5 times, getting interrupted. Hey, Zero. Yeah, we're back on D4. We might actually swap over to PoE later, but right now I'm enjoying the goblin grind. There's not a lot left for me to do in the game. We've kind of beaten the game right now. I will take a GA'd Starfall Cornet for testing purposes, though. Yeah, I've got a million things. At this point, I'm legitimately like, okay, well, I should get this item because when the PTR goes live, I will want it to test, which is kind of terrible motivation for wanting to progress my character further.
I need time.
Did this guy off-screen kill the goblin? Rip. Dude, this song goes hard. Happy hardcore, man. It's a genre. I think we're actually done here.
I'm not ready. I need time.
2GA wand? You're finally gonna get to Baldur's Gate or Cyberpunk before the X-Pack? I would recommend Cyberpunk. Baldur's Gate is way too in-depth, man. I would honestly save Baldur's Gate for a time where you can really go hard on it. There are content creators that have been playing Baldur's Gate since, you know, years ago when it was in early access. They're still playing it. No breaks. It's just, it's, you can do a lot in that game. Oh man, where is this? Dude, we got a blind burrows. Let's do it. Wait, hold on. Let me just... Yeah, extra shrines. Extra shrines. I got to the end of Act 1 like 5 times myself. Oh my god. Right at the beginning. Bro. 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 Okay. I knew Blind Burrows was gonna be good. So, there she is. I can be like discriminate about which things I'm picking up. Like Luban's Rest, eh. Who cares? Morgan's Works, eh. Well, there's... See, this is what's gonna get me, man. There's a distilled fear that fell through the map, I think. I think some of those items actually fell through the map.
I'm not ready yet.
Whoops. I guess I can check this path. Oh. What? Weird. Yeah, that was a lot of loot, Jester. What do we want to open next? How about another Blind Burrows? Two back-to-back shrines is ridiculous. If I just clicked the shrine without even looking at it. If I was really smart, I wouldn't have clicked it and waited. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right at the beginning. Right at the beginning. Go, 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 go. Perfect timing. The last screen shrine just ran out. Okay, shrines are out. Holy crap. How are you getting so many goblins? You get them based on how many kills you get. So Blind Burrows has a lot of stuff. That's why I did Blind Burrows. Dude, where are my boss mats? Dude, where are my boss mats? They're literally not here. We've literally busted the game.
I cannot carry more.
Oh, you know what? 5 head. We fill up our inventory on purpose so that we can fill it up with bags by just like massively clicking instead of trying to loot filter with my eyes. Right, so instead of trying to look for the bags like this, I can just go over and go click, 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 click. Dude, the stuff is literally falling through the floor when there's too many goblins. Like, see, I just got a new stack of this. So I just go over here and go like this. I just start like clicking madly. And then if I see a one of these, I will like drop this and then go pick up Deserted Underpass because Deserted Underpass is sick.
I cannot carry more.
Now I can just kind of click in the massive garbage.
My bags are full. I cannot carry more.
Yeah, there's literally no boss mats.
My bags.
I'm super sad. I'm so sad.
I cannot carry more.
I'm getting scammed out of tons of mats because the game can't handle this much loot. Dude, I'm getting scammed. Like, I got scammed out of half of the boss mats I could have had. Let's do Ghoul Run. Alright, good night, Desert. Hey, Umi. Welcome in. You watched Drifting Home and Tunnel to Summer? Are those movies? You have to remember, I'm a degenerate ARPG gamer. I don't know anything except for ARPGs and anime. It's literally all we do here. Well, and my full-time job, but you know, that's not degenerate behavior, so it doesn't count. Oh, they're anime movies. Oh. I just don't know the English names. Hey, Patrick. You getting out of here, sir? What is my favorite anime? Do I have a anime command in the chat? Exclamation mark anime? I might. That's a hard question, man. I do have some things I really like Ghost in the Shell, Full Metal Alchemist, other things like that. For some reason, my anime brain is not on right now. I think it's because my ARPG brain is on overdrive today. It's also PAX week here. So it's PAX West week. There's a lot going on. I'm literally going... Thursday, I'm going to the official Twitch party for PAX. We're going to hang out with a bunch of creators there. Then Friday, we're going to PAX and we're going to play PoE 2 all day. Hopefully, I can get an interview with the PoE 2 guys. Make some content for the YouTube channel, that sort of thing. Friday night, we're going to the music concert, which is going to be lit. Saturday, repeat Friday. Going to a crazy party on Saturday night. Sunday, repeat Saturday. Going to a crazy party on Sunday night, a different crazy party. And then Monday is PAX again. Will you stream the live stream Thursday? Like the live stream at the event? I'm not scheduled to do the Soba stream, no. I don't know if I'm even streaming on Thursday. We'll see. It's gonna be a busy day. Oh yeah. Oh, there's also the live chat. I think the answer is probably gonna be no. I have a lot of work to do on Thursday. The schedule's pretty busy. I really think they're just gonna talk about the PTR. There's definitely gonna be some hype changes, but I think mostly it's gonna be in the context of like, hey guys, we made all these changes. In fact, there's a chance, because it's in the context of the PTR, man. Hold on to your butt. I'm cautiously optimistic, right? I hope that the progression changes that they're working on are going to be really good. And from what I've seen so far, I think they're positive. But you know, maybe we get our hands on the PTR and it sucks, like the season 5 PTR was. So don't get overly hype, you know. Here's the greed shrine, you guys. Go, go, go. 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 Just stay here. Stay here. Stay here. All right. Start picking up stuff. I need a loot filter. The campfire chat? Yeah. Season 3 made you cautious. I think a lot of it comes back to the fact that some parts of this game... To be fair, they fixed a lot of things in Season 4. Right. You have to... Credit has to be given where credit's due. Well, it's almost like we're repeating history. It feels like... The Diablo... It feels like the history of Diablo 3 all over again. We're making the same mistakes. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see where it goes. Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic.
I'm not ready.
Dude, how many boss mats do we have? Jeez.
I cannot do that here.
Oh, let's do Deserted Underpass again. And then let's go kill some bosses. Go. Go. Go, go, go. Oh my god. Go.
I need time to prepare.
Okay, I don't think we're getting anything else out of that shrine. Oh yeah, 14? 14 was real rough, man. They did not know how to make an MMO. They definitely fixed it. It's really good these days. But it took them a few expansions. It took them a while. I don't even know if gambling on the obols is worth it. It just doesn't seem good enough. It's kind of a chore.
The forge is ready. Whatever you need. How can I help?
Oh. Let's do Sirocco. Hey, Micah. Hello, Dank Lightmaster? What's a Dank Lightmaster? What's your thought, Micah? Why do we have skills if the goal is loot chasing? I don't know what you mean. And most of the power comes from items? Well, because you have to have some ability. I mean, literally what you're talking about is why aren't skills items? And that's exactly what PoE does. So, I don't think your logic there is wrong, but it's more of a... That's more of a game architecture decision. I wouldn't even call that a game design decision, right? That's a game architecture decision. Do you want your skills to be associated with, like, an iconic class, or do you want the skills to be associated with like a thing that you are? Couldn't the loot be as it currently is and have skills on the items? Well, you don't want to tie the items and the skills together so tightly. That's actually one of the problems of PoE 1, is that the skill gems get socketed into the items. It's actually something they're getting rid of for PoE 2. And skills have gems on them. It actually goes, that discussion actually goes all the way back to D&D versus GURPS, like old school D&D versus old school GURPS, two tabletop RPG systems. And it's very philosophical, and it really gets deep into game design. That is not the song to talk about game design. It gets really deep into game design about like what you want to have philosophically, and like where your power comes from. And I think it's pretty easy to say that after 40, 50 plus years of RPG game design, that we know for a fact that having skills associated with a class is the correct move to do. Now, whether you do that loosely, in other words, the way that PoE 2 is doing it, or you do that strongly, in other words, the way that like Diablo 4 and World of Warcraft do it, that is still, I think that piece is still up for debate. But I think if you go so far to have a GURPS-like system, that GURPS-like systems where you can just pick any skill on anyone and you kind of a la carte make your own character, those systems are not as good, categorically, as systems that tie the skills to a sort of like iconic fantasy that you play. That I think is, as far as game design goes, pretty much correct. There's like some sense of correctness now there. Now, you can make a game do whatever you want it to do. If you want to go make yourself an a la carte GURPS style game, then like go for it. But I think in terms of making this style of RPG, you do want to have skills associated with classes, and you do want them to be not as a la carte as like a full-on a la carte system, because then if the problem is if you have a full-on a la carte system, then every class effectively becomes the same class and everyone just plays the exact same build, and there's no fantasy there. How's Diablo.trade? So, I think there's two opinions about this. Trading is in the game, and you can do it. Is the trading that is in the game, is it good? No. The trading that's in the game is definitely not good. Right? And there have been people who have said, oh, well, I went ham on trading, and because I went ham on trading, my account got associated with some dude who was duping or something, and then they got banned. Now, whether or not they were duping or they were completely innocent, facts are hard to determine, right? But I also don't discount the fact that Blizzard could totally ban people for even just being associated with duping, even unknowingly, just because their automated systems are not perfect. It'd be wrong to expect their systems to be perfect as well. So, my opinion on it is that I value my account too much. And I don't want to be on the receiving end of any trades for any reason. I'm happy to give away stuff that I've earned because I know where it comes from. But I don't know, man. I just think it's too weird the way trade works in this game right now. It's too sketchy, shady, whatever. It's like you do completely legitimate trade and you might get yourself associated with a duping account from China or something, and you're like, what? And then you get banned, you don't know why. I don't want that to happen, man. I value my account way too much. Like, are you serious? I have way too much stuff on my account in terms of achievements and all that kind of stuff. Thousands and thousands and thousands of hours into this game. I would never risk that for anything. So yeah, just out of an abundance of caution, I would never do anything. Which sucks. And to our point earlier about, you know, games kind of sucking when they come out. Yeah. Like, this game needs some kind of trading mechanism that you can hit the auction house and do auction things. It needs that. Okay. So I'm gonna do something with the stream real quick, you guys. There's a setting I want to change. Oh wait, I can't do that. I'll just do it next time. It's fine. I'll do it for next time. So, oh, that's literally worthless. Let's go hit some bosses. If I'm being completely honest, I'm a bit bored. It's like, okay, great. I have a gigabillion treasure goblins. So what? Like, my character is more or less min-maxed. I'm more or less completely min-maxed. There's not a lot for me to do. I'm kind of done already. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go burn a bunch of boss mats, and then we'll swap over to PoE. So we'll see if we can have some fun, basically rolling the bosses for mythics. I mean, the point is, you can roll some bosses for mythics. That's the point. But yeah, there's kind of very little in game to progress in this game right now. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish I had an Atlas of Worlds and I was like blasting a million different things, making my character more and more powerful, nigh invulnerable, till I could, you know, kill ridiculous, insane bosses that, like we did yesterday. I put something in the clip channel of Discord. Dude, yesterday that boss was just wild. That like random boss that we got from that one map. I can't even believe that happened. And apparently that's actually part of the like if you keep doing that. I looked it up later. It looks actually crazy. So let's see if we can get some mythics. And then we'll swap over to PoE. This by the way is annoying. It's like they fixed one problem, but now we have another problem. Needing to go back to crunch mats every time so your stuff doesn't fall through the floor. That's pretty annoying. We got a lot of mats, man. We got some mats to burn. At least 10 Greg kills. Oh, dude, the one-ups. This is a band called the One-Ups. I'm seeing them Friday at PAX Live. I'm really excited about it, man. I love these guys. Oh, Teriels. There it is. We're done. Character's done. Character's done.
Ah, yes. You seek power. Precious stones. Beautifully cut.
So what do we want here? We want to hit max res. We want to hit max res or DR. We want to hit max res for sure. I'm willing to go again. Perfect. That's good. I'm going that way too, Funky, it looks like. I would have taken 2 max res, 2 DR, 2 or vice versa. There it is. Character's done. We beat the game. Man, lacking the warmth temper? That really hurts your mana regen. Holy crap. Where else am I getting a warmth temper? Oh, I'm just not. You just don't get the mana per second? You get all your mana from, where do you get it from? I don't even know. Off the top of my head.
Greetings.
Hey, Jammin. How you doing? Online. Oh, that ring is actually dope. That's a sick ring. Oh, it's from Con Mastery. Yeah, you're right.
My skill is unmatched. You'll see.
You're looking forward to Spiritborn as a class, or are you wanting something different? I mean, I always want Paladin, man, but Spiritborn's looking pretty sick. Spiritborn is basically Monk. They say it's not Monk, and thematically it's not Monk. But as far as the abilities go, it's definitely Monk. It's got the Monk teleport. It's got the Monk belt dropping style abilities. It's got kind of the fast and blow up the screens, move Tempest Rush style gameplay. So yeah. Monk is my second favorite Diablo class of all time, behind Paladin. Let's crunch these all down. And then, let's go kill Barshan. It's really hard to know if it'll be any good. I think Blizzard are forced to make it overpowered for the launch, and then a month or two in, they might nerf it after Season 6. Like in Season 7, I'm sure Spiritborn will get a ton of nerfs. But basically, they got to convince a bunch of people to buy the expansion, so there's zero chance that Spiritborn is not the best class of Season 6, in my opinion. I think they have to balance it that way. I'm not very interested in Monk in PoE 2. Personally, I think Mercenary in PoE 2 is looking very, very interesting. 2 GA gloves. Those might be fun. Monk in PoE 2 is not D3 Monk. Very, very, very different kind of philosophy to the classes there. Attacks. Oh. 2GA Frostburn. That's unexpected. And it got the attack speed roll? That's actually kind of lit. Hmm.
The forge is ready. Whatever you need.
Got to keep stuff for testing purposes, so we can go. So when the PTR drops, we can go hit the test dummy, right? I'm really looking for, 4GA Varshan ring. That's what I'm looking for.
You again.
One GA ring. I mean, I still don't even have a GA. Yeah. On potent warding, too. Nice. Let's see how the other rolls did. So my current one's an 80%, so it's kind of hard to give that one up, to be honest. 56. Max cooldown, though.
Wanderer.
It's not bad.
The forge is ready for whatever you need.
I think we got another one. Nope.
You again. I can don't ruin all that work.
2 more Varshan kills, then we'll go do Zir. Gonna have a few eggs to burn, too. So we can do Duriel and Andy as well. Do the whole boss ladder. Just go around and burn all the boss mats. It's kind of fun to burn the boss mats, but like we're saying, it's like, well, the character's done. Kind of done everything you can do. Okay, let's go kill Zir a bunch of times.
You again.
Brunch.
I need time to do that.
Wonder how many Zir kills we have. Materials is so nice for movement speed, man. see. Oh, yeah, maybe 5. Maybe 5 summons.
What will it be?
Two GA dagger. Kind of cool. Never mind. Well, that's actually good for Druid. I think that's best for Druid. Current Druid build. That's... yeah, that's best for Druid build. That's nice. Oh! Shaco. Unfortunately, no GAs. Also, Winter Glass.
Father bless. What do you need?
Nothing. A lot of nothing. I can check these items. Maybe they're situationally good or something. It's actually rolled okay. gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know why I'd keep it though when I have other stuff that's perfectly rolled. Okay. Beast in the ice.
Need more time. I need time to do that.
We should have 5-6 summons of this. Whoa. Bunch of 2GAs. What? All at once? Okay. Let's take a look at those. Probably nothing good as usual, but no. No. Maybe. No. All season, my 3 have felt like massive troll drops, not even close ones where 2 to 3 FXs were meaningful have dropped. Yeah. Mine have just been all trolls as well. Well, except for this staff that I have. This staff that I have is pretty lit. I wish they would move the altar from the boss spawn spot.
What will it be?
A portable chest in D4? Nah, man, they make it easy enough to get to your stash. You don't need a portable pet chest. This isn't Don't Starve. I think it's a funny concept, though. I'm no fun. I mean, like I said, it's a fun concept, but I don't think it fits into how this game is architected. Like, You do need to give players a reason to go back to town every once in a while. That's actually like a thing. Is like you need to schedule breaks in the gameplay so that players aren't just like blasting 24/7. And it sounds crazy, but having a town to go to is like super important. And if you give players something like that, where they have a portable stash, they might just not go back to town. That's why the stash exists in the first place in Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, is that very design philosophy. They're trying to accomplish that with the stash. WoW is a bit different. WoW makes money by selling you mounts. And because WoW is such a high investment game, like people have literally spent hundreds of thousands of hours in WoW. Because it's so high investment, it kind of makes some sense that they would have that kind of stuff. Now, if Diablo 4 gets 5 expansions in and people are 100,000 hours into their character, then let's talk. But until then, I don't think it makes sense. God, I can't find these treasure bags, man.
I need time to do that.
The reason I say that is like, if we go back to Diablo 3, Diablo 3 actually was supposed to have 2-3 expansions planned when they launched. And it got cut down to 1. And, well, we see what happened to D3. It kind of died on the vine. We didn't get a lot of updates. We got the seasonal updates, but they were really, really small. And because they let the game languish, they basically let their competition take over. If D3 had been way good, I don't think PoE would be very successful. Because very few people, I think, would have played PoE. Yeah, I mean, I have like 30,000 plus lifetime hours in D3, don't get me wrong. I still love D3. I'm just saying, it never became the juggernaut that WoW was because they had no way to sell anything. They didn't have that avenue that WoW does. Oh wow. Yeah, it was a labor of love, not a labor of money. And you want both. Don't get me wrong. You don't want Genshin Impact. Otherwise, we'd go play Genshin Impact. Or DI. Yeah. We'd go play those games if they were things that we wanted to do with our life, with our money. Three more Andy kills. Oh my god, this is literally one of my favorite tracks of all time right here. Omen.
I can break that down.
Kicked off the job search today. Man, good luck. It's rough out there right now. If I ever have to search for a job, I low-key might just, like, try to do full-time content creation for, like, 2-3 months to see if I can make a living out of it. Because it's pretty rough out there right now. Yeah, super good luck to you, man.
I'm not ready yet.
Last Andy, and then we're gonna do Duriel, and then we're gonna do Pewee. I'm gonna shoot my shot with AWS. I might revive some expired certs. Yeah, dude. Good luck. Yeah. Amazon is it's crazy over there, man. But a yob is a yob. Ice spikes exploding twice. I keep that one. The idea of ice spikes exploding twice. Okay, D-Man. It's time to go slap D-Man in the face, and then we're gonna boot up Pewee. We got 6 of these. What? Oh, he's still alive. Sir. Go to bed. Go to bed, D-Man.
I need more time.
Crunch.
I need more time.
There he goes. 1 cycle. A lot better.
I need more time.
Crunch.
I cannot do that.
Ugh. I tried to teleport in town here. I was like, why can't I move fast? Three more summons. Are 2 mythics in the cards for us today? I think the answer is no. Sorry, 3 mythics. We already got 2 mythics. Are 3 mythics in the cards for us today? I'm already forgetting that we got 2 mythics.
more time. That looks worn. I can fix it.
Okay, last aerial kill. And then what we'll do is... I'm actually going to pull down YouTube. I'm going to change some stream settings. Briefly go offline. Very briefly. Then we'll be back with Pee-wee. And we'll blast some Pee-wee. Alright. Let me update stream info here.